Vampire Stream. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I come to you on the late night. The Vampire Stream. Who is up? Who's with me on the late night? Yusuf, my dude. Thank you for joining us. You the best. Thank you. Oh, we got a shooter too. The Vampire Stream. Shout out to Los Angeles, California. The Vampire Stream. King Tron. I'm super happy right now for the Vampire Stream. Joshua Boombaye. Derek was good. John Ramos. Shout out to Milwaukee, Seattle. I said, let's do the roll call. City, state, zip, where y'all from? 757 VA, up early. Garden City, Kansas. It's almost 5 a.m. and I'm working. Man, get that money. Brooklyn, Texas, Springfield, Mass. They came for the Vampire Stream. Brooklyn, Glitty, Eagle Pass, Texas, West London. Hi from Stockholm. Australia came for the Vampire Stream. Houston, Big Eagle from Tampa. I like this. Newark, New Jersey, Illinois, Milwaukee. I see you guys. Shout out to Philly. Eagles Army, let's get it, man. Shout out to the whole Eagle Army on the Vampire Stream. I got this notification on time this time. Good. On my way to work out in Lafayette, Louisiana, Miami, Inglewood. Shout out to Cali, West Side, man. We West Side with it. The Vampire Stream. Ego popping so hard, they was hating on him on D&B live chat. Listen, if you gotta go, shout out to Dante. I talked to him. We're on the phone, just talking earlier. Good conversation too. But if you gotta go to anybody else's channel to hate on me or bring me up, then whatever. Cause I'm pretty sure he was probably going rolling holes and special guests and all types of shit. And a couple of dumbass fans must have mentioned me or something. But like I said, I seen that like on Showtime Boxing. I'll be watching weigh-ins. They be like, fuck Boxing Ego. He just blocks people. I don't even block people anymore, really. It's like I got shooters. I got shooters there. Oh, I got shooters that'll do it, man. Ooh, I got shooters with that gauge. Oh, that Ricky. It's like clay pitching shooting. Shout out to Ego Mafia. I told you this is Ego Army, Ego Cartel, Ego Mafia. We are the mob, money on top of boxing. Let's get it on the Vampire Stream. This is Fight Week on the Vampire Stream. Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker in a unification. You know, we got the Boxing Ego first look, the tail of the tape. Make sure y'all check that out. We lit, baby. We live, baby. I don't know how long this one's gonna be because I still have to get Vampires Need Sleep. I just got home on the Vampire Stream. Man, I'm happy it's Fight Week. Shout out to Jerry. He's risking it all in this prediction. He says Joseph Parker upsets AJ. See, another thing where AJ and his team doing all them interviews, another reason why that's not a good look is if he does get upset by Joseph Parker, that's going to be a terrible look because everything, the perception, you guys got to understand perception is reality. You know what I'm saying? And I had a teacher tell me that. I'm like, no, not always, but it is. If people perceive, let's say a store manager, say you had a store manager or somebody, the Vampire's Dream. Let's say you had a job and you had a store manager, and that store manager got accused of something heinous like molesting boys. Some people, if the story's good enough, even if it's completely false, some people might believe it. You know what I'm saying? If the story sounds legit and a bunch of people are testifying. Like, even look at Michael Jackson, accused of raping them boys. Did he do it? Did he not do it? I mean, rest in peace to MJ. But he could just be an easy target because he's a celebrity. But now people's perception, because multiple people keep accusing him of that type of shit, some people are going to be like, oh, he did it. Look at Canelo and the clenbuterol. Whether he was really just scarfing some tacos or whatever, now people are going to think he did it just because that perception is out there. So perception is reality, whether you like it or not. I'm not saying perception means something is true, but that's how people perceive you. See, look, y'all keep sending me these fucking memes. When the commission wants a hair sample, look what they did to that man Canelo. They gave him that bald, that RoboCop. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Hey, bro, why they do that? Why you give him that Georgie Porgy when the commission wants a hair sample? Hey, y'all wildin'. Hey, y'all tripping. Y'all keep sending me these fucking memes on the Vampire's Dream. It's crazy how a false reality become common perception. Yeah. Look at that. If you ever read history, look at Rosewood. There's I just watched the movie too. There was a white lady and she was like, oh, a black person did it. It was a Negro. And the person that attacked her wasn't even black, but she blamed it on somebody black. And it started a whole race war in the community, you know what I mean, in the town. Shout out to the Cali Enigma on the Vampire's Dream. $5 super chat. I used to favor Joshua over Wilder, but with his lack of head movement and upper body movement, leaves him open for the right, a la Dillian White. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm picking Wilder to beat Joshua, but I want to see it more than anything, just because it's a good fight. And I can honestly say this is the best heavyweight, bar none. See, a lot of y'all are scary. Like a lot of fans, man fans, they're scared. They're scared their fighter might lose, scared it'll be a blemish. Who cares? The Vampire's Dream. I'd rather just see it. Now we don't have to talk about it. Now we know. Maybe set up a trilogy or maybe even a rematch or whatever. End of. But fans rather just be at each other's throats and argue and kick and scream. If boxing ego, if AJ loses to Joseph Parker, will the Wilder AJ fight still be big, as big? Hell no. Listen, if AJ loses, there's no reason for AJ to even fight Wilder in the near future. The reason being is, listen, there's no, why would you want to fight Wilder with no belt? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're trying to get a belt. You're not going to want to fight Wilder coming off of a loss. His confidence growing. He already feels that you're fearful of him. You know what I mean? You ran from him. So if Parker beats him, then I don't even see why Joshua would need to fight him. Joshua can, you know what I mean, fight like a middle of the road dude or whoever he wants, depending on if he loses bad, like knockout or something. But you're not going to want to fight Wilder straight off the bat, straight off a loss. That don't even make sense to me. and you can always rematch Dillian White. That's a big money fight, like a rematch like that, and it's a guy you already beat, but you ain't gonna try to jump in there. Listen, I don't know how long I'm gonna go, but we gotta get them likes up because this is it's already late on the Vampire Stream. Y'all gotta smash the like button because the streams are gonna be a whole lot shorter. Like I got too much to do. I got interviews to edit and all time. I gotta sleep. So y'all gotta smash that like button if you want a longer question. Does Wilder need Joshua or vice versa? They need each other because I mean at this point, I mean technically you don't need anybody. You can go your whole career, but who wants to see Lennox Lewis versus Riddick Bowe again? You know what I mean? What a great fight. Guys who had beef, guys who had like public run-ins and shit like that, and then the fight never fucking happens. You know what I mean? Yuriorkis Gamboa, Juan Manuel Lopez could have been a great fight. Cuban versus Puerto Rican, that would have been a good fight, but we never got to see it. Now no one cares. White should fight Luis Ortiz. That's a great fight. See, this is the problem I have with Eddie Hearn's plan is because he wants to keep making Deontay Wilder, the champion, jump through these hoops, these flaming hoops. He already just fought Luis Ortiz, who pushed him, who came sharp, came to scrap, didn't come to lie down, was really confident, brought in a ton of experience. You know what I mean? So it's like every time Wilder wins, every time he wins, there's an excuse, something else he has to do. It's just like that's like some P. Diddy shit on that old, remember when Dave Chappelle did Making the Band, when he remade it? Yeah, bad boy, go to Junior's and give me some cheesecake. Take that. You know what I'm saying? Then they go get the cheesecake, come back, and he was like, man, I'm thirsty. This was some good cheesecake. I need some Cambodian breast milk from an immigrant. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you doing too much. Like, before the cheesecake was cool, then they come back and then you send them out. And that's why Dave Chappelle was making fun of it. I need some Cambodian breast milk from an immigrant uptown. Like, hella specific. Ask Yar Hussein, $10 super chat. Gang. AJ so scared he may want to lose to Parker just to avoid Wilder. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a crazy ass thought. Man, this is not the sport. If it's that serious, then this is not the sport. Wolf Gray. Hey, Ego, do you think Deontay Wilder should flip the script on AJ Hearn for not letting him into the ring by pulling AJ's card all night on live TV while he's commenting on the AJ fight? Nah, that's not, because AJ is not like he's going to have a headset in, so he's not going to be able to hear if he's talking shit or something. That doesn't really do anything. Listen, I got the perfect idea. Or as they say in Boston, I got the perfect idea, right? We got to get closer to 75 likes, and I'll reveal what can be done if Eddie Hearn insists on Dillian White for Deontay Wilder to build up the fight. We need to get closer to 75. This is crazy. Broner really on this focus shit. No responses to the Charlos. Damn. I mean, what's he gonna say? Them dudes outweigh him anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, was he gonna create like an issue with two twin brothers that are at 54 and 60 that he has to see? I don't know. Tank a snitch. How you figure that? Ego, it's your boy Al. What's up? What up, Al? Listen, we getting close to that 75 mark. I'm gonna tell you on the Vampire Stream. This is what I recommend. This is what I recommend Deontay Wilder do, since Eddie Hearn keeps setting up additional roadblocks. If you guys want to hear, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section on the Vampire Stream? All I need is a hell yeah. Y'all gotta motivate me. Now we getting somewhere. this is what he should do. So, if Eddie Hearn insists on Dillian White getting a title shot, even if the WBC doesn't order it, and Wilder has to take an interim fight, this is what he should do. Because you got to look at it like this: if Anthony Joshua gets past Parker, and Eddie Hearn makes Joshua versus Gerald Miller in BK, right? Then the bottom line is Wilder's gonna probably want to fight someone. He's not gonna want to have a fight in March, nothing in June or July-ish, and then fight at the end of the year. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna be March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. You know what I mean? That could be like 8-9 months if they don't fight until October, November, December. 7 to 9 months. So it's really on Eddie Hearn. But if he makes Anthony Joshua versus Gerald Miller, then Wilder should definitely not wait till October, November, December on Joshua. Stay active. You didn't take too much punishment, right? This is what he should do. Deontay Wilder should not fight Dillian White unless the WBC orders it. But he should not fight him unless Eddie Hearn is going to guarantee Joshua is next. And he should do it. If he wants him to come to the UK, that's a lot. So he should make sure it's 50-50. He gets 50. Before, I was cool if he didn't get a 50-50 split. But if Eddie Hearn is so confident, then he needs to start giving up something. You know what I'm saying? How about if Wilder beats Dillian White, then you make Joshua 50-50? Because you keep making him go through unnecessary hurdles and loopholes. So one, make him promise that the Joshua fight is next. That there's not going to be, hey, fight Kubrat Pulev, or you need to do this to build your pro. None of that. You get Joshua. If Joshua gets past Miller and you insist on Wilder fighting in the O2 Arena or whatever to build his profile, he needs that 50-50. Because to be honest, hold on, we got a super chat. Shout out to Al. Hell yeah, I love your live stream. Keep it up on the Vampire Stream. Look at Fabio. Box Rec Boxing. Young Credentials was good on the Vampire Stream. $2 super chat, thank you. Okay, Fabio says 50-50 is unfair. Well, since you care so much about fair, is it fair that Wilder just passed Luis Ortiz, who was Joshua's mandatory, stopped him, never got knocked down, got hurt in the 7th round, we all seen, showed an immense amount of resolve, and then knocked down Luis Ortiz a total of 3 times and stopped him for that signature name that everyone was saying Wilder didn't have. And then Wilder, even if Joshua gets past Parker, it doesn't sound like Eddie Hearn wants to make the fight next. He wants to build it. So is that fair? Joshua has 2 belts. So is it fair? Bro, just answer my question. Is it fair that Wilder has to keep proving himself as a champion for a unification? Like, listen, boxing is going to be a really gloomy place if everybody starts using A-side leverage to stunt on their opponent. Hey, I got 2 belts and you only got 1. I got 3 belts and everybody likes me. Like, I mean, at that point, you're just saying, fuck the fans. You don't care what the fans want. You just want to power play somebody. You know what I'm saying? What happened to challenging yourself? It's a business, so of course make money, but this is what I don't understand with people with the Wilder Joshua shit. It makes money. It will make money. The guys are going to get paid for that fight. Oh my gosh, Eagle Army be riding on yo. Brian says Fabio. He said after Vladimir was out 18 months of inactivity and he was coming off a loss. So they fought for a vacant title. See, oh my gosh. Since you want to say Joshua has 2 belts, one of the belts he fought for was a vacant title. So because Eddie Hearn has money and they put together a big fight with a no name and Klitschko had sold out Wembley, the sanctioning body made that WBA belt available because Tyson Fury got stripped or had to relinquish his belts or whatever. So he has 2 belts. Hey, see, now I'm gonna start fucking y'all up. You guys have to really understand the reality. To power, listen. I need you guys to listen to this. Just hear that. Tell me this don't make sense. Tell me this don't make sense. Smash the like button. We should be at 80 likes or better. Smash the like button. If y'all want to hear this point, and I need y'all to listen, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Now I'm gonna start kicking actual factuals. If y'all want to hear, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? See, this is real boxing talk, people. This is, you got to know your shit to understand this. Okay, now you guys are with me. Ego's Army. Just listen. See, people like Fabio, he says, oh, but Joshua has 2 belts and Wilder only has 1. But guess what? If you really want to, let's do the math. Let's do the history. Joshua, how did he get his first belt? The IBF belt. By beating Charles Martin, a guy who really hadn't proved anything on a high level. He had no signature wins, and he fought for a vacant title because of Tyson Fury got stripped, unfairly stripped, after he beat Klitschko. He beat Klitschko, and I think it was like the day after the IBF said they're going to strip him because they were going to pursue a rematch with Klitschko. So that's how Joshua got his first title, by beating an unproven guy. Cool. Your team sees an opportunity and they took it. But let's not act like, see, you guys care about the quantity. See, look at Randy. Randy, perfect add-on. He said Charles Martin was a champ for 3 months. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knew what Charles, that's why they jumped on that. Listen, do you guys realize this? Deontay Wilder was a champ before, he was a champion before Charles Martin. He had the WBC fight with Stavern in January. It was like January 2015 or whatever. And he had that fight with Stavern and became a champion. So Wilder beat an existing champion who only had 1 loss and was coming off good wins like the Chris Arreola. And he beat the champion and beat him down decisively to take that belt. That's a fact. Charles Martin had the belt for like 3 months. His man's Glasgow or whatever fell and fucked up his knee. And then Eddie Hearn jumped on it like, oh, who's this Charles Martin dude? We can beat him now. So then they jumped it. Notice they didn't jump on Wilder, who already had a belt. Notice they didn't motion to fight Tyson Fury in that 14-15th fight. They fought Charles Martin. Period. So that's 1 belt, since you want to stack belts up. Then the second belt he fought versus Vladimir Klitschko, who's a Hall of Famer and a name. And the only reason that WBA IBO belt was made available was because Tyson Fury was on coke. So by default, failing a drug test, they're not going to let you keep the belt. It's either you relinquish the belt or you get stripped. So Tyson Fury's blunder, or his fuck up, opened up the floodgates for Joseph Parker to become a champion versus Andy Ruiz. They fought for a vacant belt. Tyson Fury fucking up in his personal life opened up the opportunity for the WBA IBO to be made available. These are all facts. So chill, IBL, $2. Happy belated Ego. We working. Thank you for the birthday wishes, belated birthday wishes. I appreciate it. And thank you for the super chat. But again, so really the person that y'all need to be thanking is Tyson Fury, because he made all this possible. If it weren't for him getting stripped for no reason, the IBF wouldn't have fell into the hands of Charles Martin, who was an unproven champion for 3 months, and then Joshua and team jumped on it. If it wasn't for Tyson Fury fucking up in his personal life, doing coke, a message to the weightlifter and all that, then the WBA wouldn't have been vacant. And if it wasn't for Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko would be still on his winning streak for 9 years. So Tyson Fury did everything. Tyson, you know what I mean, to set up the people who are in position. Even this weekend, I'm not lying. You guys can look up everything I just said. Tyson Fury made Klitschko look like shit in there, like doo-doo chips. Like Eddie Murphy said, you ever be shitting right? You be shitting for like 2 hours and shit? and that one little pebble come out, you want to stick your head up your ass like this all the shit I'm going to get, motherfucker. Right? Klitschko looked like doo-doo chips versus Tyson Fury. Right? And that's who Joshua fought for the vacant belt. Again, the only reason that belt was available was not because Tyson Fury is still undefeated. So it had nothing to do with the fact that Tyson Fury got his ass beat by something, just like Tank Davis. Tank Davis is undefeated. It's not like somebody beat his ass and took his IBF. He fucked that up. His personal, you know what I mean, lack of discipline or didn't make weight, and he fucked it up. But Tyson Fury, he fucked it up. You know what I mean, doing coke. A message to the weightlifter. Listen. The canon says ego stay on AJ and Eddie. Prove me wrong. What have I said that's wrong? That's, you know what I mean? That's what we waiting for. Don't be like, oh, ego stay on AJ and Eddie. I'm just prove. What am I lying about? Name one lie. Name one. Take me on Maury Povich. What am I lying about? So anyway. Everyone except for Deontay Wilder got their belt based on actions from Tyson Fury, period. Either him being stripped unfairly or him fucking up in his personal life, and they got the belts. And he beat Klitschko and made him look like shit, and that's the version that Joshua fought. These are facts. So when you tell me, oh, but Joshua, he got 2 belts. Yeah, that's true. He actually has 3 when you include the IBO. But guess what? Look, let's do the math on how he did that. If you really want to be honest with yourself. He fought an unproven Charles Martin who was a champion for like 3 months. Right? You can't even have a baby in 3 months. If your girl gets pregnant and then delivers her baby in 3 months, your baby's gonna weigh like an ounce and shit. It's gonna be premature as fuck. It's gonna be like a little like a dime. Like, oh yeah, I want y'all to meet my baby. You know what I'm saying? 3 months, that's not long. You know what I mean? Your wife, people gonna think it's a beer belly. They're not even gonna know she's pregnant. They're gonna think she has a little pooch. But your baby, if your baby grows for 3 months, it's gonna be like this. You're like, yeah, I want y'all to meet my baby, Kevin. Oh shit. This is how big your baby's gonna be in 3 months. 3 months ain't shit. So if you really want to be real, I'm not saying these other guys didn't train hard or some bullshit like that. But if you really want to be real, since you're trying to stun on Wilder with the belt thing, it's really made possible by Tyson Fury, point blank period. Actions from him or that happened against him, like being stripped or him messing up in his personal life. Deontay Wilder is really the only one that fought like a credible heavyweight champion to get the belt. Romain Severin was, at the time, he was looking good. He broke Chris Ariola's nose in the first fight, knocked him out on ESPN in the second fight. Yeah, he was a champion for 3 months. This is what your baby would look like. Hey, I want y'all to meet my baby, little Ego Jr. Oh shit. 3-month-old baby, that shit gonna be premature, still in fetal position. Just, I ain't ready to come out. So, since you want to power play people over belts, do the history on how he got the belt. He got 1 belt from a Charles Martin with some tight pants. Man, them shorts were so tight. He got hit so hard by Joshua and he couldn't even fall right because Charles Martin's shorts were like super tight. Like Jackie Moon or something from, what's that Will Ferrell movie, Semi-Pro? This shit was hella tight. He couldn't even fall. That's why he felt hella stiff. Anthony Joshua was like, yap, 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 yap. And then Charles Martin was like he felt hella crazy because the shorts was too tight. He couldn't even fall. He felt like a wet floor sign and shit. Hell no. So, yeah, when you when you analyze how the belt, that's how people got belts. How did Joseph Parker get his belt? By beating Andy Ruiz for a vacant belt, made vacant by Tyson Fury, and he won it by split decision, which some people thought he might not have won that fight. Don't play with me. I know too much. I've just been doing this too long. So don't, oh, Joshua has all the belt, but look how these guys acquired belts. Wilder's the only one that fought what most would consider a legit champion, right? In Bermain's Deverne at the time, and beat him. And Fury did too when he beat Klitschko, because Klitschko hadn't lost in 9 years. So Wilder and Fury are the only ones that really fought somebody who had some momentum type shit. You get what I'm saying? Joseph Parker fought Andy Ruiz. Where's he been? You know what I mean? And it was for a vacant title because of Tyson Fury's personal problem. Because, listen, had Tyson Fury not felt whatever type of way and start, message to the weight left, you know what I mean, start snorting or whatever, going through his personal problems in his personal life, then which one of them guys would have beat Tyson Fury? Charles Martin? You know what I'm saying? You think Charles Martin was gonna beat Tyson Fury, like the one that just beat Klitschko? Joseph Parker, Andy Ruiz. Would you guys really pick them to at that time when they got those belts? Would you pick them? Would you have picked Anthony Joshua to beat him when he beat Charles Martin? Do the math. So all the champions, except for Wilder, should send a Tyson Fury a thank you card. Except for Wilder, because this is the reason I said that, is because Wilder's belt had nothing to do with Tyson Fury. He took a different course. He got the green belt straight up from Bermain's Deverne. He didn't fight for a vacant belt like other guys. See, oh my gosh, we kicking them facts tonight, baby. On the Vampire Stream. This is the difference. It's one thing if you're like Tim Bradley and you've already beat champions and got belts, and then you fight for a vacant belt, because you've already proven that you can beat a champion as a challenger and beat their ass and get their belt. But it's different when guys like David Lemieux, he fought Hassan N'Dam for a vacant belt, and then immediately after his very first fight, he fought against Triple G. That's why you see on my channel still to this day 7 reasons Triple G beats Golovkin. 7 reasons Golovkin beats Lemieux. I knew that was gonna happen, because Golovkin's too experienced. He's hitting hard. Lemieux is kind of one-dimensional, and he didn't have the pro-level experience. He fought Hassan N'Dam, who Peter Quillen knocked down more times than David Lemieux, right? And I got it with my dude Quillen, and he went deep. Shout out to my dude Kid Chocolate. But anyway, I knew he wasn't ready for Golovkin, because listen, he was not a champion. Listen, he had never been a champion at all. So it's different when you have never been a champion and you just fight someone for a vacant title. And some people get the hang of it, you know what I mean? And maybe they can, but a lot of guys need some fights where they're learning on the job, not like, how do you say it? Like for David Lemieux, since he fought for a vacant title against Hassan N'Dam, that was because Jermaine Taylor, see, I'm going too deep for y'all. If we don't get over 100 likes ASAP, what the fuck? We just been stuck at the same number. Y'all gotta smash the like button. It is far too late for me to just be up, and we ain't moving like that. But Jermaine Taylor had legal issues. He's like crazy or whatever, and shooting guns and shit, and mental issues. So that's why that IBF was made available for David Lemieux and Hassan N'Dam to even fight for it. But guys like David Lemieux, if anything, you don't just go to the top of the food chain to fight Golovkin. He needs to get some seasoning, have some title defenses. This is exactly why I did not want to see Ray Beltran versus Lomachenko. Shout out to Top Rank, shout out to Golden Boy, because Lomachenko versus Jorge Linares is a much better fight. The reason it's a much better fight is because if Lomachenko moves up and he as good as he is and as much amateur experience he brings, Linares has been battle tested. He's lost and come back to become a champion, right? He lost to DeMarco and all that, but he's already bounced back, and he has title defenses. He beat a gold medalist in Luke Campbell. He beat Anthony Corolla, and then he came back and beat him worse and was doing some swift shit, like knocking him down and shit. He beat Mercito Hesta. So that's why it's a better fight than Ray Beltran, because Ray Beltran is a brand new champion that had never been a champion. He stepped up. Every time he stepped up, he kind of lost. Ricky Burns, Terrence Crawford. So he needs, before he's ready for a Lomachenko, he has power and stuff, but he better get some title defenses. That's why, based on how he got the vacant title, it wouldn't have been as good of a fight as Linares, because if Lomachenko beats Linares, that's a guy with title defenses. So there's no excuse anyone can make for a guy like Lomachenko moving up in weight if he beats Linares' ass. I mean, I can't think of no excuse, because he's a proven guy. He's a guy that's probably bigger than Lomachenko size-wise, and he has title defenses. Beltran just recently became a champion through a vacancy. I'm telling you, that matters because it's experience. Errol Spence went over. He didn't. If Kell Brook, just look at it. Let's say Kell Brook was like, hey, basically I'm at me weight and all that, right? And let's say he moved up to 154, and then Errol Spence fought Konstantin Ponomarev for the vacant title. That wouldn't have been the type of experience and the type of learning curve that fighting Kell Brook in the UK was. You know what I'm saying? The fact that Kell Brook buckled down after the Golovkin loss, came to 47, gave Spence a tough fight, that does a lot more for Errol Spence, for his confidence, for his resume, than if Kell Brook would have went to 54 and then Errol Spence fought Carlos Ocampo for a vacant belt. You know what I mean? Or Konstantin Ponomarev. So basically, me a chocolate brownie. We just kicking facts, man, on the Vampire Street. So that's how it is with these heavyweights. All the heavyweights, minus Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, they had kind of an easier path to the belt because they were in the right rankings, in the right position when Tyson Fury got stripped, and when Tyson Fury fucked up in his personal life, failing 2 drug tests. So they were just right there to pick up the pieces. But once again, let's play the game. When Anthony Joshua, I don't remember exactly, let's say it was his 14th or 15th fight, when he fought Charles Martin, would he have beat Deontay Wilder right then? At that particular, so that was before Klitschko, before Dominic Breazeale, before Eric Molina. At that given moment, let's do a vote. Would Joshua, the fight where he fought Charles Martin, he had fought like Dillian White and Gary Cornish or something like that, would he have beaten Deontay Wilder at that particular moment? Look at, hell no. Look. Okay, at that particular moment, 14, 15 fights in, or whatever he was at when he fought Charles Martin, would he have beaten Tyson Fury that had just beaten Klitschko? Look, here's what they think about you. Everyone's saying no, and I would have to agree. But since they took advantage of kind of a new unproven champion, that's the fact. That's the reality of it. If Tyson Fury would have fought Joshua immediately, like let's say Joshua fought him after the Klitschko, let's say he never failed a drug test, and then Tyson Fury and Klitschko didn't plan on rematching, and Tyson Fury immediately coming off the heels of the Klitschko performance fought Anthony Joshua, I really don't think Joshua would have beat him. And I don't think he would have beat Deontay Wilder now, because part of it was fighting a guy like Charles Martin, getting the title, and then fighting the Eric Molinas, beating up on him and beating up on Dominic Breazeale, and then later fighting Klitschko. That's what gave Joshua the confidence and the experience that he has right now. But if he would have fought too early, just like Lomachenko, if Lomachenko would have fought Salido after Nicholas Walters in his like 8th, 9th fight, he probably would have beat him. He almost stopped Salido in the 12th round. But he did it too soon. He did it in his 2nd fight, and he wasn't ready for all the different tactics and shit. Now, same thing I said with Joshua, let's play a game. When Joseph Parker had to step up and fought Andy Ruiz and won by split decision, would he have beaten Deontay Wilder? would he have beaten Tyson Fury? So if Joseph Parker fought Tyson Fury for that IBF because he didn't fail a drug test, hypothetically, would Joseph Parker have beaten Tyson Fury? In your opinion, obviously it's hypothetical. Look, nope. Exactly. So you guys got to understand, fighting for a vacant belt, that's the path that they had, and that was what's in front of them. But yeah, I don't think Joseph Parker, if Andy Ruiz was replaced with a proven champion like Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury, I don't think he would have beat him at that point. I don't think Joshua, if Charles Martin was replaced with Tyson Fury at that point of his career, or Deontay Wilder, I don't think he would have beat him. A vampire stream. So experience matters. Fighting for vacant titles matters. And that's why Eddie Hearn, I mean, he's a promoter. He's smart. I give him that. He's smart. That's why they seized the opportunity. They're like, oh, Charles Martin, he ain't done shit. You know what I mean? He won off of an injury, really. I mean, he was winning the fight, but it never even played out in a traditional fashion. And Eddie Hearn seen that, and he's like, oh, my guy's big, strong, knocking everyone out. He can get this Charles Martin dude. And he got them tight shorts on. Oh, it's on. We'll make that fight. Oh, Al Heyman, you gonna send him over here to the UK too? Oh, it's a wrap. And they took advantage. And like I said, I'm not knocking it. That's a smart business move. If I was Eddie Hearn, I would have did that same shit. I would do the same shit because it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, put it this way. When Paulie Malignaggi was the welterweight champion, and this is no shade to Paulie, but let's say Mayweather, Pacquiao, let's say you get the same paycheck no matter which one of them you fight. Mayweather is a champion at welterweight, Pacquiao's a champion, Maidana, and let's say Keith Thurman. And then Paulie Malignaggi. And no matter who you would fight, listen, no matter who you fight out of all those names, the pay was exactly the same. And you were a promoter. Who would you have your fighter fight? Paulie Malignaggi, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, or Paulie Malignaggi. Or throw in Errol Spence. So Errol Spence, Floyd, Pacquiao, Maidana, Keith Thurman, or Paulie Malignaggi. Look what everyone's putting. See how this works? Okay, Inferno, you literally cannot listen or you struggle with comprehension. I just said if the pay was exactly the same. You talking about, oh, I'd fight Floyd for the money. I said if the pay was exactly the same. You're not even listening. Because I knew someone was going to say that. If they're going to give you $20,000 to fight Floyd, $20,000 to fight Errol, Keith Thurman, Paulie, or Maidana, that's the whole point. That's the whole concept. Because of course I'll fight Floyd because I'll get $4 million. I'm not talking about that. If the money was the same, no matter who you fought. And look at what everyone's picking. Paulie Malignaggi. Of course, I mean, it's common sense, really. You know what I'm saying? Man, I like me the toughest challenge. You know how Maidana be hitting people like that and they act all silly? I want to experience that. Man, you're not going to do, especially a promoter, maybe a fighter, maybe, probably not. You know what I'm saying? That promoter's going to take the path of least resistance. So, I mean, it's just simple. That's good business, to be honest. You're not going to be like, yeah, I like how Keith Thurman be throwing them uppercut. You know what I'm saying? And he be one-timing fools. I'm trying to experience that. I like how Floyd be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not, I like Pacquiao be, you're going to fight Paulie. Period. Because he was the champion with the belt that's probably the easiest to get at. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that Paulie's even a bad fighter. He's a good fighter. But, I mean, the other people present a different type of drama and danger to you. You know, oh, I want to fight Errol so he can break both of my ribs in the pride. Like, no. Inferno, stop it. You didn't pay attention. You didn't pay attention to the example. It's my example. People are calling you the donkey of the day. Now you're trying to clean it up. He said, truth be told, the money would never be the same with Floyd. It's a hypothetical. There was never a point in time where Errol had a belt, Keith Thurman, Floyd, Pacquiao, and Maidana. So just stop it. You didn't understand the question because you weren't paying attention. Stop trying to justify it. You don't even have to do that. It's only making you look worse. You didn't pay attention. End of story. See, now people want you in the hot seat. I'm not gonna do him like that. You know, he just made a mistake. But I'm just saying, you trying to clean it up. It's not even that serious. You didn't listen. You didn't hear. Cool. But yeah, everyone's gonna say Paulie. You know what I mean? What promoter was like, no, I want to fight awkward ass Maidana or Pacquiao when you could fight Paulie for the same money? You know what I'm saying? Just like Eddie Hearn, he's seen the opportunity. Eddie Hearn was like, excellent. Charles Martin, excellent. Because peep this, Eddie Hearn. Charles Martin beat a guy through an injury for a vacant belt, became a champion. That's an Al Heyman fighter. Deontay Wilder's an Al Heyman fighter. Why is it that this Al Heyman fighter, Deontay Wilder, the guy who's dark-skinned, taller than Charles Martin, taller than Anthony Joshua, has more power than both of them, in my opinion? How come this fight is so hard to make? You know what I'm saying? But the Charles Martin fight, that was made within 3 months of him winning the title. The fight was made. And they already had his plane ticket to the UK and everything. They got the little tight shorts that Charles Martin wore. Why was that so easy to make? But then, like, you know what I'm saying? Once again, Eddie Hearn didn't say, like, oh, fight Dillian White. Fight Dillian White to get your UK profile up. Why didn't he say that? That would have been a good fight at the time. Dillian White versus Charles Martin. Because Dillian White had already got knocked out by Joshua. That wouldn't have been a bad fight. But he didn't have to do that. The fight was just made easy. Someone just said it, too dangerous. Wilder would have been too dangerous. Exactly. I mean, stop playing with me. This shit is so easy to see. Stevie Wonder is literally at the house. I can see it too. Ray Charles. I can see it too, baby. Stevie, he just... Eddie Hearn, I see what you guys are doing. Like, explain that. How is Charles Martin, when he was a brand new champ, unproven, the whole world wasn't like, oh, I can't wait to see me some Charles Martin and AJ. You know what I mean? And the fight was made very promptly. That's an Al Heyman fighter. Made promptly. The dates, everything was just cool and easy to make. Made within 3 months of him being a champion. Because they seen that bag and they knew that they could capitalize, and there's a strong chance Joshua could win, which he did, and he'd become a champion. You know what I mean? So you're gonna take the... It's like I watch a lot of nature shows, right? And you know, lions sleep like throughout most of the day. You know what I mean? Lions, they sleep. And usually it's the female lions that really do the hunting, right? So if there's a pack of animals, let's say antelope, gazelles, right? And there's some lions, a pack of lions, and they see these gazelles drinking water. And then one of them, the other gazelle's like, oh shit, the lions are coming. And they just dip. And then that one gazelle that keeps drinking the water or whatever, and he doesn't hear them until the lions start getting close, then that's the one they're going to go after. They're not going to go after the gazelles that already got a head start and they're already fast as fuck already. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go after the gazelle that didn't hear until it was too late, which is closer proximity, or a cheetah or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even though cheetahs can run extremely fast, you know what I mean? They're going to go after that low-hanging fruit before they, man, I'm fast as fuck, so I'm going to run. The ones that got a head start, I want to chase them down. They're not going to do that. Like I said, they're going to go after the low-hanging fruit. The motherfucker who tripped and fell, the one that was drinking water and didn't hear, and the rest of the herd pieced out on him. Survival of the fittest, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why those fights... It's common sense. That's why Eddie Hearn had no issue making the Al Heyman fighter fight with AJ and Charles Martin. They were like, yeah, Eddie Hearn's like, I think you should send him right now with the tight shorts. We can do this. And then sure enough, they sent Charles Martin over with the dreads and the tight shorts, and it was on because they seen that as low-hanging fruit. Because not like Charles Martin was a terrible fighter, but he was unproven. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have no major stripes. Wilder just beat the fuck out of Luis Ortiz and made a guy who's technically better and a guy who has more amateur experience than him. Wilder didn't even start boxing until he was like 20, 21, I think. You know what I'm saying? And this man, Ortiz, stayed an amateur to the point where he has like 375 fights and only 19 losses. You do the math. So it's an inherent danger. That's why you can keep prolonging it and, oh, you should fight Dillian White, hoping that Dillian White can thwart the plans. You talk too much sense and AJ protectors won't like that. Listen, anybody, I don't care, because they're not going to step up in this hot seat. You know what I mean? Straight up. Battle me in the hot seat. If what I'm saying is just gibberish, it don't make sense, battle me in the hot seat, gladiator style. The fight will happen, but why do we have to keep waiting for it? And I'm telling you, if AJ loses to Joseph Parker, that's going to be a terrible look, because the perception, like I said, perception is reality, and a lot of people's perception is that AJ and Eddie Hearn want no parts of Deontay Wilder. So to lose to a guy who's less proven than Wilder, especially if it's like by way of stoppage or something, then it's just a bad look. Not that Wilder beat him, because Joseph Parker would deserve the credit for the win, but it would have looked like, hey, see, this is why he didn't want to fight. You know what I mean? It's just like Canelo gave up his belt instead of facing Golovkin. So if Golovkin went in there and knocked him out in 3 rounds, people would have been like, see, this is why he gave up his belt. This is why Golden Boy stalled the fight out, because Canelo got his shit melted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you how the game works. You got to have forward thinking. Triangle theories. Do you know what a triangle theory is? What are you talking about? I'm not even comparing. Wilder and Joshua haven't fought, so how can I have a triangle theory for a fight that hasn't even taken place? Y'all are weird. I don't even know what a triangle theory is. The black channels. Whatever. It's not a triangle theory. Ego, what's your IQ? I'm a genius. That's all you need to know. I'm a genius. They're using your own terms wrong. I don't even know what they're talking about. Triangle theory. Triangle theory is like when 2 different people fought the same person and you're trying to connect the dots. I'm not saying it. All I'm saying is if Joseph Parker wins and beats, let's say he knocks out Joshua, then people are going to be like, see, if you can't even get past Parker, this is why you didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder, or this would, you know what I'm saying? That's how people do. People kind of relate it. Man. Someone said, Ego Army be keeping it 2 trill. They said it makes him look bad. Either way, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Either way, he gonna look bad. Smash the like button, people. We just working. Yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look worse just because you lost anyway. You know what I'm saying? But, and it's gonna look bad for Eddie Hearn. Like, you know what I mean? You were trying to prolong it. Fighters don't stay undefeated forever. A lot of them, most of them. So, you know what I mean? Strike while the iron's hot. That's my saying. Because who knows? What if Wilder loses, looks vulnerable? What if Joshua loses? The fight's here now. You know what I mean? You fuck around and wait too long, and then it becomes someone fails a drug test or someone gets knocked out, or, you know what I mean? Who knows what the fuck will happen in this sport? Ego, if Wilder fights White and gets that first round KO, do you think that would send Joshua running some more? Nah, because there's not that much. There's not. Oh shit. There's not much more running. There's not much more they can do to prolong it and stall it. Like, listen. Let's say something. Let's say you're with your friend and they get shot, and the bullets like lodged in or stabbed or something, and they're losing a lot of blood. I mean, you can try to stop the bleeding, but if it's too serious, you're gonna have to go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna end up fucking around. The stab wound's too deep, and you're just gushing out blood. It hit like an artery or partially wounded an artery. Then you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go to the hospital. You can't just apply pressure on it and think that's gonna save the person's life. They're gonna lose too much blood. So there's only so long you can in these situations like Keith Thurman Spence or Joshua Wilder. There's only so long that it could be stalled out before it gets to the point where, like, if Wilder knocked out Dillian White, Eddie Hearn's not going to be able to, like, oh, fight Kubrat Pulev, fight Povetkin. Like, he's not going to be able to keep throwing out new names of people not named Joshua. Oh, you need to fight Joe Joy. No, it's not going to work like that. So you can already tell the excuses. People are already tired of excuses for why it shouldn't happen right now. So anyway, Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker is a good fight. I'm happy. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to watch it. I want to see what Joshua's stamina's looking like. He did a video and he seemed like he got kind of angry. He said a lot of people question my chin, a lot of people question my stamina, but go back and look at boxing history. He's like, look at history, and then you'll see this is the heavyweight division. But he sounded like he was kind of mad that people were questioning his chin and stamina. This is the only time in history other champions have avoided the WBC champion. Everyone likes the green belt. That's why I don't understand why people don't want to fight Wilder. Listen, you know what the funny thing is? Why are they questioning AJ's chin? Because he got rocked by Dillian White and dropped by Klitschko and all these people in sparrings like Daniel Dubois and David Price. There's a bunch of rumors that all them dropped him in sparring too, which, I mean, it could happen. These dudes are big, but the fact that there's rumors that are open to the public, Dillian White dropped him in the amateurs, that's why people question his chin. At school, but I'm still tuning in. Get that education, but thank you. Shout out to Chico. Price hurt him real bad, I heard. Yeah, I heard he had to get pulled out, like literally pulled out. Ego, you are right. Hearn was holding AJ back from going for a title for at least 10 fights before Christmas came early with a gift wrap, Charles Martin. Yeah, I know. Listen, I talked to Eddie Hearn and I interviewed him. It's all I got the footage, I got the raw footage, I got it on the channel, and he said, oh, a future fight, you're gonna hear about AJ, and a lot of people think he could beat Deontay Wilder right now, but he literally said, but now is not the right time. We're still building him, basically. So they had no intention. Listen, you know when the saying goes, when opportunity knocks, that's what happened. When the opportunity knocks, you have to answer. You know what I'm saying? You have to answer that door. Eddie Hearn, and listen, everyone's all like, oh yeah, Joshua, he's done so much in 20 fights. He's done well for himself in 20 fights. And they're like, but Wilder had 40. Listen. If Wilder had the same type of promotion, got the same type of love that the UK shows to UK fighters, and then an instant where Charles Martin was an unproven champion for 3 months and beat a guy who fell and fucked his knee up, right, to become a champion, and he was unproven, and then Al Heyman says, hey, Wilder, I know it's your 15th fight, but you want to fight this Charles Martin guy? Then yeah, Wilder probably could have became a champion too. I mean, does anyone think Charles Martin would beat Wilder at any point? You know what I'm saying? Does anyone believe that? So Yes, Joshua's done good things with only 20 fights for sure, but part of that is based on. It kind of reminds me of what Troy King said. He said a lot. He said I know. He said I personally know fighters who aren't on TV all the time that are better than some of the dudes that you see on TV. He said, but the thing is, they have right people behind them. They got good teams and stuff like that. And as a result, they they get the right exposure and they get the right platform. And I agree with him. Like, shout out to my dude Rudy Puga. He's strong. Everyone I talked to said he's strong. He was with Rock Nation. He has a new deal. You guys will hear about him because of who he signed to. I can't really reveal because it's not my place to reveal. But you guys will hear about him soon. But when he was with Rock Nation, I mean I don't know. I don't know if I think they took care of him pretty good. But Rock Nation, you know what I mean? They kind of focused on their bigger stars, the Miguel Cottos and Andre Ward and shit like that. So people didn't probably hear about him, but from what I hear in sparring, he can probably beat some names. He could probably beat some names, but it's who you know in politics and different shit like that. So I mean, if the roles were reversed and Deontay Wilder, his promoter offered him Charles Martin early in his career, yeah, he probably could have became a champion way before the Sterling fight, because that was an easy look. There's a strong chance that you can beat this guy, you can overpower him, you're bigger than him, you're taller than him, or whatever. Period. But if you want to stun on people with the AJ belts, we got to do the history. Like AJ didn't really go through. He didn't really go through for the belt. You know what I'm saying? Like you could say Klitschko, but what I mean by it, Klitschko was coming off a 18-month layoff plus a loss, and it wasn't Klitschko's belt. It was Tyson Fury's belt, who fucked up in his personal life, making the belt available and open. You know what I'm saying? But AJ, AJ didn't like Tyson Fury beat Klitschko. Klitschko hadn't lost in 9 years. Tyson Fury was the one that ended that streak. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't AJ. Like if AJ, let's say Tyson Fury never fought Klitschko, and AJ took on Klitschko when he hadn't lost in 9 years, then that would be different because he would have been the first person to defeat Klitschko in like 10 years. But you let another man do it, and then you know what I mean, having a good promoter with connections and um, a great brand in the UK, they were able to lure Klitschko in because it was a big fight, a big money fight. But you guys keep trying to stunt on the AJ having belts, but somebody prove me wrong. That's what man, prove me wrong. So to be honest, you could say AJ's performance or not because he knocked him out was better or whatever, but Tyson Fury fought a better version of Klitschko, just because that version he made look like shit, and no one made him look like that in 9 years. He hadn't lost in nine fucking years, 9.5 years. So I'm not trying to hate like Klitschko didn't put up a good effort versus Joshua. He did. But Fury was the one that had Klitschko looking like dog shit. Like literally, Joshua fought the version of Klitschko after he looked like dog shit. Literally, literally right after. See, no one's trying to step up though and jump in this hot seat because they know they can't prove it wrong. They know it's true. I have not said one lie about that whole chronological order. Anyway, I'm about to wrap this up. The Vampire Stream. You should get the electric chair, Corky. Hey, y'all tripping. Darby is a butthurt fanboy. Who's Darby? Do we have a hot seat? Fury will lose to Wilder. The Vampire Stream. All right, man. I'll holler at y'all. I just want to get on here real quick. It's been real. Joshua Parker fight week. I'm looking forward to it. No, I didn't watch AJ Parker. The gloves are off. I heard it was kind of boring, so I never ended up getting to it. I've just been working. And then yesterday was my birthday, so I never made the time. I've just been grinding and working. But Joshua Parker, good fight. I'm looking forward to it. I got the first look coming soon on Joshua Parker. Check that out on the channel. Parker came with heat. I haven't watched it, so I don't know. Someone said it was boring, but it was just, you know what I mean? A fan on Instagram told me that. What do you mean it just dropped? The gloves are off? I thought it came out a while ago. Good luck on the stream, Ego. New media applying pressure. Listen, the bottom line is this. People can get mad and deny, but this shit is very easy to see if you're really being objective. That's why no one's stepping up for the hot seat right now. I'm half asleep right now. Like, I'm like tired. It's not even the prime version of me because I'm tired on the Vampire Stream. And no one's still trying to challenge me. No one's still trying to do this gladiator shit because they know they can't beat me. They can't beat me with this topic. The bottom line is not about hating, but Eddie Hearn. What if I said that was false? I'm not name calling. But I mean, it's clear to me Eddie Hearn is using Dillian White as a pawn. This is like a chess game. You have to protect your major. That is literally what he's doing. You have to protect your major pieces, your king and your queen, and then you might send a pawn or a rook or some other. I don't even play chess like that, but you know what I mean. I know the basics of the game. You know what I mean. And when someone yells checkmate, that's your ass. And Hearn is not trying to have checkmate yelled at him. You know what I mean? Wilder's been very smart in interviews. He said it's kind of the same thing. He said Eddie Hearns don't want to. I like how Wilder's so country. He put the S on Hearns. He'd be like, Eddie Hearns, I'm so frustrated right now. Eddie Hearns don't want to fight me. You salty or nah? Who's salty? What are you talking about? Y'all just be bumping your gums. But anyway, yeah, Wilder's been saying in interviews, he's like, they don't want to fight me. I don't know how much Joshua wants it, because Joshua's kind of back and forth. But Eddie Hearn, for sure, he has altered. Because why are you talking more about Gerald Miller for AJ and more about Wilder and Wilder and Dillian White? Yeah, I said it right. Like, you know everyone wants to see Joshua Wilder, so seeing if he gets past Parker, why do you keep talking about Dillian White and Wilder? Thank you. Shout out to the shooter. He said happy belated. I appreciate you. I use this example, and I think it's a pretty good one, this analogy. If you're hosting a party, a kid's party or adult party, and everyone says they want pizza, and you're like, yeah, we getting buffalo wings. Like, everybody, the majority of the people want pizza, and you're gonna just go off, no, we getting fucking deli sandwiches. Everybody said they want pizza though. So why disappoint the crowd when majority of them said they want pizza, and you're like, nah, we gonna get these deli sandwiches. Fuck what everybody wants. That's kind of what Eddie Hearn, he knows everyone wants to see Joshua Wilder, but he's like, yeah, I know y'all want Joshua Wilder, but you can get Joshua coming to America like Eddie Murphy for Gerald Miller. That's what you can get. You can get Dillian White sitting at home and make the champion travel to the UK to fight him, make Wilder come over. But you know everyone wants pizza. Samoans are hard to knock out. Parker might be in for a long haul. We're going to find out. First look coming soon. Thank you guys for joining me on the Vampire Stream. We'll talk about this some more. everyone ordering extra meat sandwiches and her bringing veggies. So, yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know what the crowd want, like, or let's say you're a DJ and you're at a wedding reception and there's this one song that everyone's requesting. Oh, play that new Bruno Mars. Play the new Bruno Mars. And you're like, yeah, fuck that. Y'all ain't getting Bruno Mars. I'm gonna play this new Tekashi 6ix9ine. And then you play Tekashi 6ix9ine. And then they're like, okay, now that you play Tekashi 6ix9ine, play that Bruno Mars. Play that new Bruno Mars. Yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna play Cardi B and Tekashi 6ix9ine again. Like, why? If everyone at the party is requesting the same song, it might be popular, and you're gonna just play what you want to play. That's what the promoters are saying. But new media is here. We got that vice grip on. Ego's army's only getting stronger, baby. You know what I mean? New media is forcing fans and other media to step up or get left. That's how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta ask proper questions. Period. Look at Frank Castle giving advice. What have you ever started from the ground up? I don't need your advice. You run your YouTube channel however you want to run your YouTube channel. I'm good over here. See, it's always, everybody's a critic. Everybody wants to critique what you doing. Where's your channel? Where's your following? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you worried about me? Can I live? Like, really? Look, they got Marvel jokes. They said, okay, you Frank Castle, you about to get punished. I'm just saying, like, it's like everybody wants to be a critic. Oh, don't do your channel like this. Why'd you title your video like this? Oh, why you keep talking about AJ and her? Oh, like, where's your channel? Like, why are you on my shit? Like, why are you guys even here? Oh, man, I'm half tired. Whatever. All this sounds like it's at me. I'm out. Gang, gang. Eagles Army. I see y'all. The Vampire Street. Shout out to Legend. Gang, gang. Jersey City. It's fight week, so you know we got to do a fight club. I want you to hit me as hard as you can. Tyler Durden. Hey, I'm about to, man, I gotta look it up, but we're about to turn the fight club to the next level, and I'm gonna show y'all soon. Your analogies are on point. LOL. It's like P Diddy on the Making the Band show. I'm just saying, like, Wilder has to go through that Eddie Hearn is P Diddy, and Wilder's one of the Ness or one of them characters on the band Choppa Style. He has to keep going. Yeah, go to Junior's, take that. I need that cheesecake. And then they come back with a cheesecake, and he's like, yeah. Go to 42nd and 40th, and then crawl in the sewer. I need you to meet up with the Ninja Turtles. Give me 6 slices of pizza. Like, what? You want me to go to the sewer and get 6 slices? Yeah, but you got to stay away from Pennywise. Take that. And then once you defeat Pennywise, you got to meet up with Master Splinter and the Ninja Turtles. Then I want some Cambodian breast milk from an immigrant. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why's Wilder got to do all this? He got to meet up with Ninja Turtles and defeat Pennywise, and it's just always something. And after that, I need you to fight Dillian White in the UK. I know he from the UK and you from America and you the champ, but you need to travel. You need to stretch your legs out a little bit. Like, what are you talking about? Breast milk? I'm just saying. Then you need to go to the Amazon Prime warehouse, open up 16 boxes, and find the missing package with the golden ticket to get that Joshua fight. Take that. Like, what? Like, you gotta do all this? Like, I forgot about the fucking fight because you gotta do so much. Hella instructions and shit. I just got a new Jeep. I need you to get a car jack and get up under that hood and fix my car, rotate the tires, take that. Then you gotta play The Legend of Zelda. And once you play Legend of Zelda, you have to get to round 6, level 6. You gotta find the whistle and the elf. Like, can we just see Joshua Wilder? How about that? Anyway, I'm out. The Vampire Stream. We're gonna be spending a lot of quality time together. See you later, sweetie, honey, sugar. Peace out, y'all. On the Vampire Stream. New shooter in the building, Ronald Finkley. It's fight week. Let's get it. Peace out, y'all.